Hi there, I'm Ben and welcome to Chapter 5, Part 5 of my full Platinum walkthrough for Lies of P. We are exactly where we left off, as always. That's where we ran up before to get the mark of the bunny mask just before we finished. Then we came down here and then, we're going to carry on. So yeah, we're in the Path of the Pilgrim, I think this place is called. Turn my ass on there, we've got to do that, make sure we can see properly. It's not outside too long. There are a few new enemies. We have seen one of these dogs already. I think just one at the end of the last video. There's some hidden Moonstone. I'm going to keep putting it up, but we can buy an infinite amount of that stuff from the guy at the hotel now. So I will keep it up there, but yes, we don't need to worry too much about that upgrade material anymore. Watch out for the bear traps there, which will actually, and this guy that falls down. That does allude to something that is coming up shortly, which is a bear fight. It's not a boss fight, it's not difficult, don't worry about it, but there are bears in this area. There is another one of the normal weapons. Of course, feel free to give it a try if you want. You might be one of those people that has to try every weapon. That's fine, I'm just not. I like to find a weapon and stick with it. I'm more than happy to do games like Sekiro where it just gives you one weapon. I can deal with that. I know I've switched weapons in this and I will be switching again, I think at the next end of the next video. But yeah, I'd rather just have one or two rather than changing through. So yeah, after saying all that, yeah, if you want to try a weapon, go for it. Here's the bear. You can block it like a normal enemy. That all enemies can be blocked in the same way. You know, even if you're good enough, or just slightly better than me, not slightly, a lot better than me, get perfect blocks as well. That's pretty cool with the head flying towards the screen there. That was very well angled, not by me of course. But yeah, it's easy enough, the bear fight, on this difficulty anyway. We're just going to do a quick sweep of the items. If you go this way around, none of the enemies are expecting you. That guy does get up. Yeah, I thought he did. And then there's a dog at the end here, which is facing completely the wrong way. Always nice to get the drop on the dog, as opposed to the other way around. So yeah, it's another quite a quick chapter, this one as well. I'd probably say a good 10-15 minutes of this runtime is actually cleaning up, running around Crat and doing things like that. The hotel and the Trinity. So running into here will be another butterfly, a purple one. So yeah, we don't need them all, and it does give us a dark Moonstone as well, which is good. We do need those for the weapon that we have now, or that I'm using now, one of the boss weapons. Yeah, we do need to kill one of each butterfly, but yeah, there's plenty of each. So don't worry about that. Another Moonstone over here. And the one of those not so subtle attacks as well. And then we're going into the village. There is one of the slightly bigger enemies. He's on the roof there. So there are a couple of the smaller ones. Try and get rid of those first, if you can. Just because the numbers will be against you, obviously. I'm just going to keep hitting them with the umbrella. Hours of fun, that thing. Got staggered myself there, that's not good. And there we go, cleaned up. So it might give you a hidden Moonstone. It should do, but I'm not marking that one down. And then just have a look in the rooms. I thought someone was going to drop down there, that's why I kind of circle around, but nope. Just makes me look like an idiot instead. Yeah, the Moonstone is obviously, could be random. And then do not drop off the roof if you can help it. It's not the end of the world, you'll just start a fight, which we don't want to do just yet. It's not a boss fight, it's quite a tough elite enemy. So you can run on here and grab this wanted picture poster, but don't drop down just yet. We're going to open up a shortcut back to the Stargazer just in case you die. taking the scenic route. Didn't mean to drop there because there is another one, but they do follow us down, which is not a problem. There we go. So all these sort of scribblings and random things that I do interact with are not important in the slightest. Unless the specific one before with the Recollection, I'll obviously mention. All the other ones that I don't mention, like that one then, ironically I am mentioning it now. It's just random look out for lore kind of thing. So that window that I pointed and looked at then, that is something we're going to jump out of on the way back down. So just take note of that as well. Another note here. And then this is the Stargazer from the very beginning of the video. So we really have come full circle. Seems like we've been ages. It's only been 6 minutes. But now we're going to go back down. You can try this as many times as you like, obviously. Hopefully get it on the first try. Just have a look down, wait for it to come up, and then just walk off. You can do a little action roll if you want. But yeah, that's what we're after there. Dark Moonstone, Dark Moon, Moonstone. And now we're going to do this elite enemy very, very poorly. Because I don't know why I did it. The first attack I was trying to do here was my triangle attack, but I didn't. I pressed my R2. I just wasn't thinking. So then I went to do my triangle, and of course he hit me and stopped the attack. So I didn't get off what I wanted to get off. So I'm now kind of on the back foot. This guy is fast. He does obviously stagger like other enemies do. I'm doing okay. I mean, it's not the end of the world here, but then it sort of gets 3 of these unblockables. I'm trying to sidestep them, but here's the tracking on this attack. This one in particular is ridiculous. So yeah, he's getting on my nerves to say the least. There we go. Finally, that did not look good, that did it? Anyway, he's going to drop the Slum Shack Key. The Slum Shack is behind us. And actually just what I used then was the box, just because I haven't used it yet, and you can see it slowly does your health up as opposed to just one quick shot of health, which I'm doing now because I've got ages before I need to worry about health. And in the end of this video we'll actually get more of the stones for that box as well, and I'll show you how to change those. So in here is another converter. Another defense part. These are starting to get really quite heavy now. It is that second one. You had it right the first time. There you go. You can see that's 3.2. It's almost twice as heavy as the last one that we had on. It's 7.1. The other one was whatever, 3. What? I'm not doing quick maths right now. Anyway, my point is they are getting heavy, so watch your percentage in the top corner. If it goes over, it will stay slightly heavy, and you will... I don't know why I hit those. They look like I could smash them. I know there was nothing there. You will not be able to get back your stamina as quickly, and it's quite a pain in the rear end for boss fights, especially when you need obviously for it to come back as quickly as you can. So do keep an eye on that. I did put on the Havel ring, the ring that allows me to carry more things. So take that into account if you did that as well. Before taking that ring off, you're going to either need to lighten your load. My choice of words is not very good today. Or upgrade, which I'm going to do. I'm going to upgrade capacity. The reason I went up there was just intrigued to see if you could actually drop down from that end. You couldn't. It just looked like you could. I don't know why I did that then, but I know you could drop down here obviously. I'm going to grab these couple of things. Being a bit cautious. Couldn't remember if it was an enemy there or not that drops down. It looked like there should be. Anyway, just a couple of quick useless items we'll never use probably, and then we're going into a little elite fight again. This one goes exactly how I want the last one to go. kind of. So we get the block, get the Fable attack, get the R2, get the riposte, and then a little quick poke, and it's dead. That's exactly what I wanted to do with the last one, but messed it up completely. So yeah, if you get the timings right, like that, most enemies are not a problem. And then just on the side here is going to be another document, this one I think, yeah. And then we are getting out of here. Yeah, when I do little movements like that, when just walking randomly into a wall, it's because I'm reading my notes. I'm not going to lie, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. That's what's happening, I'm not looking at the screen. So just a quick detour up here for another item you'll probably never use. Yeah, the resistance ones can come in handy if you struggle with certain bosses or enemies that are doing a lot of elemental damage to you. So this is very Dark Souls as well. Nowhere near as difficult as some of the Dark Souls ones. Just keep dropping down. Obviously don't just drop down in one go, you will die. Another little bit of lore there. Black Rabbit Brotherhood. That is the bosses of this area. So we're going back into a town now, which is always the best part of this game. The sort of wilderness sections I really don't care for. In most games, honestly, like that. They're just kind of brown and boring. Always have really crappy enemies in them. So don't worry about that. What I'm doing now is just upgrading capacity, because I know I'm going to want to take that ring off shortly. I know it seems like a bit of a waste, but if I was to put the lesser modules on now, speak to these guys, by the way, and accept their offer, it just makes things a lot easier down the line. It means we don't have to fight them as bosses. We're going to use them as friends. They will stay friends throughout the whole of the game, meaning at the end that we don't need to fight them, which is good, because they're decent, apart from what they're about to say now, which is coming up. Not bad, eh? And then they say, our new dumbass. I mean, they're not wrong, but it's not very nice, is it? So yeah, they're going to come and help, because we agreed. You can see how much damage. They're just kind of useless. They're getting in the way more than anything. But, I mean, when we come to fight them, if we were to do so, they definitely would do a lot more damage than that. So yeah, capacity. That's what I was talking about. Keep an eye on it. Another Moonstone. We do need those to fully upgrade our normal weapon. You may still be using a normal weapon. If that's the case, obviously feel free to upgrade it as you can. A bit of a tougher enemy here. I'm just getting in the way. I'm trying to do my attacks and they keep jumping in the way. There we go. That is one of the most not explosive, most satisfying explosions of an enemy in this game. So watch out for the hatches in a very obvious trap there. I mean, it's not the worst end of the world. We do come back to that exact room in a moment. Just take note. Surprise. Not quite. And then another defense part, and again this is very heavy, so it is a sort of push-pull. Do you want to put points into capacity but be more durable? I think so, yes, is the answer. Again, that's really heavy. It's twice as heavy. So yeah, if you don't want to mess around and you'd rather be lighter, obviously don't put the heavier ones on. You can always do it down the line instead. So yeah, grab that note, that newspaper, or picture I think it was, and then we're going to leave. So there's that hole. And then when we come outside here, now they are going to stop. That's it, they've had enough. They're not helping anymore. Not that they really did that much. So we'll go on without them. So there's a Motivity crank. It's not one of the ones I personally need. You may need it to upgrade your weapon, the scaling of your weapon. And then we'll head out that side. There's a lot to do here. So first of all, ignore the big guy, run round and get onto the roof. There's lots of things on the roof that are just throwing all sorts of nastiness at us. So we're going to deal with them first. There is a butterfly as soon as you get on the roof. Do not go forward here. Where you can just see where it fell through. That is obviously another trap. So we want to get this butterfly. It has a balance crank. Again, not something I'm going to use to upgrade my weapon, but you may do. I'm going to cross here, get rid of this one. And then up here we have weapon number 11. I think it's number 11, yes. Bone cutting Sawblade. And we're just going to hop across this roof again, picking up blue things as we go. And pick up this Moonstone. And then we're just going to go. We are going to go back onto the roof in a moment. Ignore the big guy. Yeah, it's not the right alley. The alley I'm actually thinking of is round here. And to the right. So don't need to go down there just yet. That's the way out. We're just going to get a few other things first. Trying to do a quick collect and turn. I think I forget that item down there on the floor, there directly in front of me now, to the right, underneath. Pretty sure I do. You can grab it. It's obviously nothing of interest because it's not in my notes. Only just managed to grab that. But yeah, we'll come down here and fight this one now. You can do a drop attack if you want. Go onto the rooftop above first and get a drop. I was just going to keep doing the R2, but oof, that was close. It was just going to take too long. So he's got a lot of health, this one. Anyway, he's going to give us the Patience Amulet, which is one that I personally like to have. And this is where the heaviness sort of comes into it. I'm going to want to have to take that. For now, I'm going to take off the Puppet Destroyer's Amulet, doing extra damage to puppets because there aren't too many of them around. I want to put that one back on though for the next area. In there, some quartz. But the amulet that I just got means that my stamina comes back even quicker now. So it's like the Chloranthy ring from Dark Souls. This is the wrong way. We always want to look for the wrong way. And then next coming up is another phone call. So it's the Riddler. Let's not sugarcoat it. That's exactly who it's supposed to be. Just sharpen my umbrella there. Doesn't quite make sense, but sure. Yeah, so the phone's up here at the top. I'm going to skip all the dialogue, all the nonsense, but when it gets to the riddle, the answer for this riddle is candle. So answer candle, and this is obviously a humanity thing, so you will get that little satisfying ticking at the end of the phone call, and you will also get the Trinity, so the ergo is whispering. And you'll get the Trinity Key, which means we can go back to the previous area and open the Trinity door that we didn't get. We didn't actually go past it, but I did mention it. We did go past it. We didn't literally walk by it, though, because there was no point going. It was out of the way. So drop down and open that shortcut just before running to get these items in case you fall, like this. Oh no, I actually do that on purpose, thinking about it. I did do that. Promise. Another bit of Moonstone, and we're nearly done, really, with this area. Yeah, there was always going to be one. So, you know, if you were running around and weren't picking everything up, that you would run out of star fragments. That's just how it would go. So that's why I'm doing it. And it takes 2 seconds. There we go. For most of them. And it just means you have plenty of options for consumables as well. And the ergo there. And the trap. I wrote in my notes as well, watch out for trap with when Black Mask Bunny talks or something like that. And yeah, I was just looking down at my notes when I walked directly in the trap. Yes, I know, the irony of it. Right, yeah, so watch out for the dog and grab all the items, and then we are going into a bar which has a new enemy type in it. An enemy type that I really don't care for. It's in my practice run, I got them to follow me up the stairs here. I would actually recommend doing that again. Don't do what I'm doing here. So it sort of looks like some out of Dead Space, this thing. That's what it reminds me of. One of the necromorphs? No, that's necromorphs? Yeah, no. Is that alien? You know what I mean anyway. One of those. Stabbing. So yeah, because of all the other small ones, it does get quite overwhelming. So get him to follow you back up those stairs. It was definitely the better of options. I just don't seem to be getting anywhere with this guy. Probably because I'm not blocking properly. But why change the habit of a lifetime? Okay, finally. That did not go well. Don't worry too much if you've sort of out of everything. Grab this this picture here on the sofa. Yeah, don't worry if you're out of everything. We're about to open up a shortcut back to the original Stargazer. Yep. Do a quick sprint around, grab everything, because we are going to rest at the Stargazer before the boss fight, run back through this room, and everyone will be reset. So run back in here, open up the shortcut. It will open, obviously, but we're going to go out there in a moment. We're just going to go up this ladder, this hidden ladder, and see a man about a dog, or a merchant about a record, whichever way you want to put it. First of all, there is a Legion caliber up here. That means we can upgrade our Falcon Eyes, that thing that I really wanted but haven't actually used yet. So go through the dialogue with this guy. He's going to ask you if you are with the black mask. You'll be able to show him the black mask, because we have it. The black rabbit mark, should I say.
Can't tell what's real and what's fake, to be honest.
So show him that, and then he's going to trade with you. And he has a record, a normal weapon, and a defense part. The first two are the important ones, so the record here and the weapon. So get both of those before you go, regardless. He doesn't go away, this guy, but just get them now, just in case, I don't know, anything happens, random, I don't know. No point waiting. So use some of your ergo if you need to. So only the ergo, if you still have special ones for whatever reason, don't use them. They are for boss weapons.
The bosses were...
And this guy, if you can see here at the top, he sells throwables, should I say, not consumables. Which are really good for boss fights if you're struggling later on. It's a bit of a cheat, really, the consumables. You can just buy loads and just spam throw them at enemies, at bosses, and it does quite a lot of damage. So take note of that as well. So we're running back up here. Ignore the main one. Just get rid of the little one at the top. And then we're going to go into a boss fight here, which is for the Eldest of the Black Rabbit Brotherhood. Here's our two friends. They're just going to talk at us while we listen. And then we'll carry on. So there is one of the tables here. Looks like that thing from Harry Potter where he sticks his face in it. Pensive. That's right, isn't it? And then we're going to go in. So this is a multi-NPC fight, but we actually only need to kill one of them. The Elder. Or Eldest. It actually says Eldest. Eldest of the Black Rabbit. So this one. The older one. The oldest one. So at the start, it will just be you and him and your Spectre. The more damage you do, when you go down the health bar, some of his friends are going to join us. So I think one's actually jumped in now, yeah. So you can waste your time and focus on them. They do die fairly easily. Another one's joining now. Or you can just hope that the Spectre takes the attention from them and just keep going at the Eldest, the big guy, instead. He's the only one that needs to die. The others don't matter at all. So keep going, and eventually you'll get to the stagger there. But because this other guy's in the way, I can't. There's too many of them. I can't get to him. So that was a bit of a waste, but never mind. I just have to finish him the traditional way. So that's all we need to do is get rid of him. We're going to get the trophy, the delayed match, and the fight will finish. The others will just disperse. After a cutscene there, we are done, and you will get a gesture as well. So you will get yeah, a chunk of Ergo. It's not a boss one, but you will get Taunt, which we do need. And then we're going to go into their hideout, and there's quite a lot to find here. 4 important things. We've got a book. We've got a painting, so a recollection here. Interact with this painting. It's actually very important for a boss weapon later on. So make sure you grab that. In the bottom here, we have Quartz. And then this is actually the way we need to leave. Don't go that way yet. There you go. Upstairs is a newspaper. And now we can leave. And we're going to get one of those really, really satisfying shortcuts, kind of. I guess it's not as satisfying as they have been in the past, but we're going to use that lift into this room. We've met this guy before. He's the one that gave us the box, the cube.
It's a relief to see you.
Speak to him, go through all of his dialogue, all of his options. I've gone through all that already. And then you can switch your cube here at the moment, but there are no other ones to change to just yet. We are going to open this door, and you're going to have the gold coin fruit tree, and you're going to get a trophy for doing that as well, for picking some of the fruit. It happens as part of the cutscene, so it's going to happen anyway. And you can see there's a timer, and every 10 minutes you get an extra fruit, which means you can buy quite a lot, actually. You can do a lot with this fruit. You can respec your character when we get to that part of the game. We are not there yet. You can come to this guy again and purchase new wish stones. I was going to say wish fragments. Wish stones for your cube, so you can switch them out. They all do really quite different things. So some of them help your Spectre. Some of them do allies, sort of heal him and things like that. So yeah, go if you want to change it. Obviously, choose one you want to use and use it, but you don't need to do anything with regards to finding them all for a trophy or anything. I'm not going to bother with it. I'll just keep the healing one, and then really satisfying. We are back in Hotel Krat. So always make sure you've got some of that gold fruit on you, at least sort of 4 or 5, because there's certain NPC things where we can give them one. coin and they will not fight us. So make sure you've always got some of that. So I've just come down here and started that record that we got someday, and obviously that's going to give us a hit of humanity once it finishes. So we're just going to wander around. I'm looking at my notes again. Wander around and just do what we need to do. So there's a lot of talking we can do with Geppetto here. So go through his first bit of dialogue and then talk to him again, and you'll give him that poster, that picture, that painting, and he's going to put it up here, and we're going to get the clap the clap gesture, and then go back, and you can exhaust his dialogue if you want. It's just lots of lore and stuff like that. It's nothing important, but just go through it all just so you know what's going on. And then we're going to go to mess around with our P organ. There's another thing that the fruit can do, is you can recalibrate your P organ. We don't have any shapes saved, so I don't know why I clicked on that. You can save them. You're basically saving a loadout, and then you can respec on the fly with this loadout here. I'm not going to do any of that, so you can do all that if you want to. I'm just going to stick with this one. So I'm going to put one of, I think this, yeah, they increase the pulse cell. It's kind of a no-brainer, that one. It means that we can use our pulse cell one more time. And then I'm going to go across. There is a good one here. I think it's the Charge Fable when reviving is quite good. But for now, I'm going to put on extra monies when we kill an enemy. So extra ergo. I already have the number one, so we'll have number 2. Just helps with leveling. And then we're going to drop downstairs. I think my record is still going. Or is it finished? Actually, no, sorry. I think I may have cropped that out. But my record did get my humanity when I was speaking to Geppetto. So it did happen, but you didn't. It wasn't. It was while he was talking. I've just cropped it out, so we don't have to listen to all that. But yeah, it will happen. Just make sure you listen to that record all the way through. And I'm going to come over here. Yeah, I'm just showing you there that you can still buy an infinite amount of Moonstone. So if you want to upgrade all your weapons, go for it. Mess around with them all. Request an appraisal here of the bunny mark. He's going to talk for a while, and then you're going to get a Crescent or however you want to say it, a Moonstone. We don't need to talk to Vanini today. We're going to go over here and modify the Legion arm. I'm going to do a quick reload. We've got 2 of them, Legion calibers that is. So it's actually quite good in a boss fight or in any sort of fight. If you press L2 and then press L2 again quickly, he'll do 2 shots in quick succession now. Just checking if I'm able to. I'm not. I can't upgrade yet. Which is probably a good thing, actually. I'm going to save my upgrades because the weapon that I'm going to finish the game with, we will get at the end of the next video. So I'm probably not going to upgrade my weapon again until then. What we are going to do is we're going to go to the library in Chapter 4, the Cathedral Library. And we're just going to go and open that Trinity Sanctum. So you should recognise where we are. I'm going to take this lift down. You can either come up to this area. It's kind of in the middle. So you can go to the Stargazer before and go up, or this Stargazer and go down. So probably about the same, to be honest. So jumping across. Got to wait for the gap on this one, unfortunately. Looking if I can drop down and just avoid this bit. And probably can somewhere. You can use the lift, obviously, to get all the way to the bottom, but you'll have to climb back up about halfway. And that means messing around with those spitters on the rafters again. These guys, which I don't really want to do. There is 2. There's another one behind me who's running at me. And then this is where we want to be. So you got your electric balls here. Don't get hit by them. The timing is tight. We haven't been up this ladder before. This is where we looked up when we came past. The timing's tight here, so go as soon as you can, and then to the left, and then open up the Trinity Sanctum using the key that we got. You can interact with everything if you want, but the main thing we're here for is just opening the place, honestly. And we can grab these two items in here. Won't use either of them. Black Cat's Amulet reduces fall damage, and the costume is just cosmetic. So now all we need to do is get back to a Stargazer, which may have been quicker going the other way this time and just dropping down, but it is what it is. And we're just going to speak to Antonia when we get back. She's going to give us a key to Rosa Isabella Street. And then we're going to leave it there in Hotel Crap because we open a door from within the hotel to get to that street. So we'll obviously pick that up in the next video. Bit of a longer area next. It's quite a good area, the next one. It does have one of my least favourite, probably my least favourite elite enemies. It is actually a boss the first time we meet it as well. Yeah, you'll see when we get there. So skipping the ride there. I'm going to put some points into capacity quickly. So that's going to take me down to 51% there. But I know I'm going to take this ring off. I'm going to change it now. Or the amulet, should I say. So this carrier's amulet, I want to put on the puppet one again. So I'm going to do that, and you can see my carry weight goes shooting back up again, which is not a good thing, but I should be alright where I am for now. So teleporting back, make sure you've listened to that record all the way through. It should just keep going in a playlist. Go speak to Antonia, and she's going to give you the Isabelle Street entrance key. And with that, we are ready to move on to the next area, the next chapter in the next video. So, thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.